Okay, this is the last question of this little trigonometric section here in 5.5, and it's a tricky little one. But some of it's kind of basic. They go sine theta times cosine beta equals -1. Well, because cosine beta is between 1 and -1, and sine and theta is between 1 and -1, the only way this can work is when they're 1 and -1, some combination of that. And that sort of is a hint to what you're going to do here. What's the maximum and minimum of cosine beta? Well, that's just as big and as small. And if you put the unit circle down, cosine beta is the x-coordinate. And so the biggest it gets is 1. And the smallest it gets is -1 at over 180 degrees. So that's your answer. So the only way this formula is going to work is if it's 1 and -1. And it's only going to happen at 0, 90, 180, and 270. So that's the key to your thing. Cosine goes as big as 1 and as small as -1. That's an easy one. But how are we going to put in values that make this right? Well, all you do is try it. So what combinations are going to make it work? Theta's got to be, theta, that's this first angle here, has to be between 0 and 270 degrees. So the sine of 0 would be 0. So here's a combination that works. If it's -1, then if theta is 270, then you think, well, that's -1. Then sine's going to have to be +1. It's going to have to be 90. So it's 270 and 90. There's one of your answers. -1 times 1. And here's the other one. -1 over here for it looks like beta, which is -180, and 1, which is 0, 1, and, sorry, so -180 for here, and it's got to be 1 for 90 degrees for theta. The sine of 90 is 1, and the cosine of -180 is -1. So 1 times -1. You just play with the combinations. Those are the only ones that can work. And you can look at the answers from the unit circle. And if you realize it's got to be combinations of 1 and -1, you can just read the answers off the unit circle. And there they are, the combinations of 0 and beta that will make it equal to -1. A little bit tricky and strange, but there's the answers.